You wake up, and the first thing you feel is weight. Not physical weight. The weight of everything you haven't done yet. The weight of who you're supposed to be versus who you see in the mirror. The weight of every promise you made to yourself that you broke. Every goal you wrote down and forgot about. Every time you said tomorrow and tomorrow never came. That weight. That's pain. And right now, you've got two choices. You can let that pain crush you. Or you can take that pain and turn it into power. Listen to me. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your fuel. Pain is the raw material of transformation. Every single person who ever became someone was forged in pain. Not comfort. Not convenience. Not when everything was easy. They became who they are because they took the worst moments of their life and they weaponized them. They took the rejection and turned it into relentless drive. They took the failure and turned it into focus. They took the heartbreak and turned it into hunger. That's what separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the ability to take pain and turn it into power. Right now, you're hurting. Maybe you're broke. Maybe you're alone. Maybe you're stuck in a job you hate, a body you hate, a life you hate. Maybe you look around and everyone else seems to have it figured out except you. Maybe you're tired. Tired of trying. Tired of failing. Tired of being tired. And I'm not here to tell you it's going to be easy. I'm not here to give you some fairy tale about how everything works out if you just believe. I'm here to tell you the truth. The truth is this: the pain you're feeling right now is either going to break you or build you. And that decision is yours. You think successful people don't feel pain? You think the people at the top don't have bad days? You think they don't wake up sometimes and feel like giving up? They do. The difference is they don't stop. They feel the pain. They acknowledge it. And then they use it. They let it remind them why they started. They let it fuel the fire. They let it push them when nothing else will. Pain is not a stop sign. Pain is a checkpoint. It's your body, your mind, your spirit asking you, are you serious? Or are you just playing? And you've got to answer the question every single day. Let me tell you something about power. Real power doesn't come from a place of comfort. Real power comes from doing the thing you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. It comes from getting up when your body says stay down. It comes from showing up when your mind says stay home. It comes from pushing forward when your heart says quit. That's power. And the only way to access that power is through pain. You want to change your life? Then stop running from the pain. Stop numbing it. Stop avoiding it. Stop pretending it's not there. Face it. Look it in the eyes. And say, I'm going to use you. You're going to make me stronger. You're going to make me sharper. You're going to make me unstoppable. Because that's the truth. Every painful moment you've ever experienced has been preparing you for this moment right now. The moment you decide to stop being a victim and start being a victor. You've been hurt. Betrayed. Disappointed. Let down. By people. By circumstances. By yourself. And you've been carrying that around like a weight on your back. But what if you could take that weight and turn it into wings? What if every scar could become a source of strength? What if every setback could become a setup for a comeback? That's not just motivational talk. That's the reality of how champions are built. They don't have easier lives. They just have a different relationship with pain. Most people avoid pain at all costs. They choose the easy path. The comfortable path. The path of least resistance. And you know where that path leads? Nowhere. Regret. Mediocrity. A life half-lived. Because growth and comfort cannot coexist. You cannot become the person you're meant to be while staying in the place you've always been. You've got to be willing to walk through the fire. And I know it's hard. I know there are days when you feel like you've got nothing left. When you've given everything and it still isn't enough. When you're doing the work and you're not seeing the results. When you're grinding in silence and nobody notices. I know. But that's the test. That's where most people quit. Right before the breakthrough. Right before everything changes. They get tired. They get discouraged. They start listening to the voices that say it's not worth it, or you're not good enough, or just give up. And they stop. Don't be most people. Take the pain. Take the doubt. Take the fear. Take the exhaustion. And turn it into power. Turn it into focus. Turn it into discipline. Turn it into obsession. Let it drive you when motivation fades. Let it push you when your legs give out. Let it remind you that you're still here. Still fighting. Still breathing. Still capable. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you know. You have survived every bad day you've ever had. Every failure. Every loss. Every moment you thought would destroy you. You're still here. And that means something. That means you're built different. That means you've got something inside you that refuses to quit. Now it's time to tap into that. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to stop making excuses. It's time to take all that pain and turn it into power. Let me ask you something. What are you willing to sacrifice? Because power has a price. Transformation has a cost. You can't keep doing what you've always done and expect different results. You can't keep hanging around the same people and expect to grow. You can't keep living in the same patterns and expect a new life. Something's got to give. And most of the time, that something is comfort. You've got to be willing to be uncomfortable. You've got to be willing to be misunderstood. You've got to be willing to be alone. Because the path to greatness is lonely. Not everyone is going to understand your obsession. Not everyone is going to support your grind. Not everyone is going to believe in your vision. And that's okay. You don't need everyone. You just need you. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. That's when it matters most. Anyone can work out when they're motivated. Anyone can eat clean when they feel good. Anyone can hustle when things are going well. But what about when you're tired? What about when you're stressed? What about when life hits you in the face and everything feels like it's falling apart? That's when discipline steps in. That's when you prove to yourself who you really are. That's when you take the pain and turn it into power. Because here's the truth, motivation is a feeling, and feelings are temporary. Discipline is a decision, and decisions create destiny. You can't rely on how you feel. Feelings lie. Feelings change. Feelings quit. But discipline shows up every single day. Rain or shine. Good mood or bad mood. Winning or losing. Discipline doesn't care. Discipline just does the work. And when you do the work consistently, something magical happens. You start to change. Not just on the outside. On the inside. Your identity starts to shift. You stop seeing yourself as the person who quits. You start seeing yourself as the person who finishes. You stop seeing yourself as the victim. You start seeing yourself as the warrior. You stop seeing yourself as weak. You start seeing yourself as unstoppable. And once that shift happens, everything changes. But you've got to earn that shift. You've got to prove it to yourself. You've got to stack enough wins, enough reps, enough days of showing up that your brain has no choice but to believe it. That's how you build confidence. Not through affirmations. Not through wishful thinking. Through action. Through evidence. Through doing the thing you said you were going to do over and over and over again until it becomes who you are. Pain is the currency of progress. You want a better body? You've got to feel the burn. You want a better bank account? You've got to grind when everyone else is sleeping. You want better relationships? You've got to do the uncomfortable work of growth and communication. You want a better life? You've got to be willing to let go of the old one. And that's painful. Change is painful. Growth is painful. But you know what's more painful? Staying the same. Living with regret. Waking up 5 years from now and realizing you wasted your potential. That's the real pain. And it's avoidable. So take the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. Take the pain of sacrifice over the pain of settling. Take the pain of hard work over the pain of wasted time. Because at least the pain of discipline has a reward at the end. The pain of regret just lingers. Forever. You've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You've got to learn to love the grind. You've got to find beauty in the struggle. Because the struggle is where you become who you're meant to be. Not the destination. Not the trophy. Not the applause. The struggle. The early mornings. The late nights. The moments when no one's watching and you still show up. That's where legends are made. And I need you to understand something. Nobody's coming to save you. No magic pill. No shortcut. No hack. Just you. Your choices. Your effort. Your consistency. That's it. And that might sound harsh, but it's also empowering. Because it means you're in control. You have the power to change your life starting right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when conditions are perfect. Right now. You want power? Start moving. Start doing. Start building. Take the pain you're feeling and channel it into action. Use your anger as fuel. Use your frustration as focus. Use your fear as a reminder that you're stepping outside your comfort zone. And keep going. One step. One rep. One day at a time. Because here's what most people don't realize. Transformation doesn't happen all at once. It happens in the small moments. The moments when you choose the workout over the couch. The moments when you choose the salad over the junk food. The moments when you choose the work over the distraction. Those moments seem small. Insignificant. But they compound. And over time, they create a completely different person. A completely different life. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are not too far gone. You are in the middle of your story. And the next chapter is up to you. You can write a chapter of excuses. Or you can write a chapter of execution. You can write a chapter of comfort. Or you can write a chapter of conquest. The pen is in your hand. And I know you're tired. I know you've been grinding. I know it feels like the results aren't coming fast enough. But let me tell you something, the results are coming. Every single rep counts. Every single day counts. Every single choice counts. You just can't see it yet. But trust the process. Trust the work. Trust yourself. Because the person you're becoming is worth the pain. The life you're building is worth the sacrifice. The future you're creating is worth the grind. Don't quit now. Not when you're this close. Not when you've already come this far. Not when everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of this pain. You've got to be willing to suffer in silence. You've got to be willing to work without recognition. You've got to be willing to bet on yourself when nobody else will. That's what separates the great from the average. The greats don't need validation. They don't need applause. They don't need permission. They just need a goal and the willingness to suffer for it. And when you adopt that mindset, you become dangerous. Not to others. To mediocrity. To excuses. To limitations. You become someone who can't be stopped. Someone who doesn't quit. Someone who doesn't break. Someone who takes pain and turns it into power. Think about the people you admire. The ones who've made it. The ones who've built something. The ones who've overcome. You think they didn't have pain? You think they didn't have obstacles? You think they didn't have moments where they wanted to give up? They did. But they didn't stop. They kept going. They took the pain and used it as fuel. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to reframe your relationship with adversity. Stop seeing it as something that's happening to you. Start seeing it as something that's happening for you. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson. Every painful moment is a chance to prove to yourself that you're stronger than you think. And the more you do this, the more you realize you're not afraid of pain. You're afraid of wasting your life. You're afraid of looking back and realizing you never gave it everything. You're afraid of living a life of what ifs. And that fear should drive you. It should wake you up. It should push you to take action right now. Because time is running out. Not in a morbid way. In a real way. Every day you wait is a day you can't get back. Every day you make excuses is a day you're further from your goals. Every day you choose comfort over growth is a day you're betraying your future self. And your future self is counting on you. The version of you that's healthy, wealthy, successful, fulfilled, that person is counting on the choices you make today. Don't let them down. You've been through too much to give up now. You've survived too much to settle now. You've got too much potential to waste now. It's time. Time to rise. Time to grind. Time to execute. Time to become the person you know you're capable of being. No more excuses. No more I'll start Monday. No more I'm not ready. No more I don't have time. You have time for what you make time for. You're ready when you start. And Monday is today. Take the pain, the doubt, the fear, the exhaustion, the frustration, and turn it into power. Turn it into fuel. Turn it into unstoppable momentum. Because you are capable of so much more than you realize. You are stronger than your circumstances. You are bigger than your obstacles. You are more powerful than your pain. But you've got to believe it. And the only way to believe it is to prove it. Through action. Through discipline. Through relentless, consistent effort. So get up. Do the work. Face the pain. Embrace the struggle. And turn it into power. Turn it into progress. Turn it into the life you've always dreamed of. Because you're not here to be average. You're not here to blend in. You're not here to live a life of quiet desperation. You're here to dominate. You're here to rise. You're here to become legendary. But legends aren't born. They're built. In the pain. In the grind. In the moments when no one's watching and you still show up. So show up. Today. Tomorrow. Every single day. Show up for yourself. Show up for your dreams. Show up for your future. And take the pain and turn it into power. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your life. And you get to decide what you do with it. You can let the pain define you. Or you can let the pain refine you. You can let it break you. Or you can let it build you. The choice is yours. And I'm telling you right now, choose power. Choose growth. Choose greatness. Take everything that's ever hurt you and use it. Channel it. Weaponize it. Let it become the fuel that drives you to heights you never imagined. Because you're not done yet. You're just getting started. And the best version of you is waiting on the other side of this pain. So take it. Own it. And turn it into power. You've got one life. One shot. One chance to make it count. Don't waste it. Don't play it safe. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Go after it. With everything you've got. Every ounce of energy. Every bit of focus. Every second of every day. Because at the end of your life, you're not going to remember the days you stayed in bed. You're not going to remember the times you took the easy road. You're not going to remember the moments you played it safe. You're going to remember the times you took a risk. The times you pushed through the pain. The times you bet on yourself and won. So make those moments count. Make them frequent. Make them your lifestyle. Make them your identity. Become the person who doesn't quit. Become the person who doesn't make excuses. Become the person who takes pain and turns it into power. And when you do that, everything changes. Your confidence changes. Your energy changes. Your results change. Your life changes. Because you change. From the inside out. You become someone who doesn't fear adversity. You become someone who welcomes the challenge. You become someone who knows that the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. And that's the person you're meant to be. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop wishing. Start doing. Start building. Start becoming. Right now. Take the pain. Feel it. Acknowledge it. And then turn it into the most powerful force in your life. Turn it into power. Turn it into purpose. Turn it into unstoppable momentum. Because you are not a victim. You are a warrior. And warriors don't run from pain. They run towards it. They embrace it. They use it. And they come out the other side stronger, sharper, and more powerful than ever before. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your life. And you have the power to turn your pain into your greatest weapon. So do it. Starting now. No more delays. No more excuses. No more waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Get up. Do the work. Face the pain. And turn it into power. Turn it into greatness. Turn it into a legacy. Because you are capable of incredible things. Things you can't even imagine right now. But you'll never know unless you try. Unless you push. Unless you take the pain and turn it into power. So take it. Own it. Use it. And become unstoppable. Become legendary. Become everything you were meant to be. This is your call. This is your challenge. This is your chance. Take the pain. And turn it into power. Starting right now. Right here. Right this second. Rise. Grind. Execute. Dominate. Take the pain. Turn it into power. And never look back.